Scott Morgan here, Broncos Radio. Joining me tonight is Coach Pete VanKempen. Coach, welcome back to the show.
Hey, Scott. Thanks for having me.
Unfortunately, this is the one show I don't like having until we're all done with basketball. Let's get your thoughts on this entire season, if you would.
As I've told a lot of people, in fact, I just had this conversation with another coach a minute ago. I really felt like our kids this season came into the season thinking they were at one level. After about Christmas time, we knew we weren't at the level we thought we were at, and we had to make some adjustments, both mentally, physically, and personnel. And I think our seniors were instrumental in being good humans and just constantly trying to improve, keeping the team on track, and adjusting their game for our team. And I thought by the end of the year we were playing as good a basketball. We were turning the ball. I mean, we were averaging almost 18 turnovers a game. You could see the stats. So you looked at it. Probably 10 games in, we were turning the ball over a ton.
Yep.
We were getting out rebounded a ton.
Yeah.
We weren't shooting very well. And all recipes for disaster. One thing we had that we kept doing was playing hard, being physical. And I think that by, I would say, the time we turned the calendar, we started to turn the page, where we turned the ball over less, started shooting a little better. Kind of all feeds on itself, right? The more shots you get, the more shots you make. We started rebounding better. Our defensive rebounding percentage went up. Our turnovers went down. Our shooting percentage went up. And I mean, make a couple more free throws in the league and watch one guy miss a couple more free throws and we're league champs. I mean, it was that close. And, we had 2 free throws here to beat Greenville the first time, which would have tied us for the league. And then Allendale makes a free throw at the end to beat us at their place, or we win the league. And, that's the way it's been last couple of years, it feels like, where we're right there. And end up second. It's our 4th year in 5 that we've been second in the league. 9 out of 11, we've won 14 games or more. So pretty happy as far as wins and losses, but also happy with how the kids did. The kids, it's always about the players. Coaching gets you so far, but you got players. And you have players that are willing to be coached, get better, and change for the team. And they really did.
Like I said, we got a chance to watch, from the beginning, before Christmas break. And like I said, we had talked a little bit about there and seeing the stats and everything. And the mental toughness that these kids had to have had to make these changes is, credit to them and to you, because you turned it around very nicely for the league play.
I think I can just go down the whole list of seniors. The seniors drive it. Judah took less shots. Joel Sanford took less shots. Ethan Allfrank played less for a while, but then was, I thought, a difference maker down the stretch for us, offensively and defensively. And then Carter Meck has changed positions, taking the ball out of his hands a lot more. But when he had it in his hands, he made so much better plays with it that I just felt like those guys, 4 guys especially, and then in practice, nobody got to see this, but Grady Parsons just literally every day making everybody around him better. Those are the keys to our season.
So you speak about Grady Parsons and stuff like that. It is. There's days I wish the guys could hang on one second. There's days I wish that we could show film of practice so that these parents and fans could see how hard these guys really do work. Because fortunately, you allowed me to come inside into this bubble, and it's, like I say, I see this and I see the work, and like I say, I just wish people could see it, because, like you said, they work hard.
Yeah, I've had 4 or 5 kids go to college now in the last few years, and they all come back and say the same thing: college practices aren't as hard as high school practices. And it's not like a badge of honor. I just think it's all I know. Rich Rensman taught me this is how we do it, and you do it. Make practice harder than the games. He didn't ever really say that, but you do, and you just try to instill a mentality that we don't get tired. Like, yeah, make me take you out of the game because you're tired. And I don't know. I think our kids work hard. I think kids all over the state work hard at basketball. I do think that we're not the best here. We're not the worst here. But we do have a special community, and I think our community, the community we have here, the big community, but then also the smaller community of Coopersville High School and the smaller community of Coopersville basketball, it all relates together. And so you start playing for more than just you. And I think our kids I think that's one of the things I think we do really well here in a lot of our sports: football, volleyball, all the basketballs. Like, our kids are playing more for the name on the front than the name on the back. And I mean, it's a big deal.
It really is. Like I said, we get to see that. I've been talking with the community and everything. I see that way. Other thing that, you mentioned, players outside, that are at college. You got quite a few guys out there that are graduates. And that's...
Yeah. Well, we've had good teams. And good teams come with good players, or good players make good teams. I mean, I think our kids are a little bit underrated in a lot of ways. I feel like... Mark DeVries playing at Concordia. Not anymore. That school is closing. So he's going to transfer. Blake having a great year at Cornerstone. Finished second team all conference. Led his team in scoring last night. They won their league, so they're going to the national tournament. And just those 2 guys alone, have Marco play for another few years. Nick a few years ago playing at Cornerstone.
Yep.
I think we've had other guys that definitely in the past could have been college basketball players if someone would have taken a chance on them, or if they were willing to go somewhere where it's not that cheap to play. And and they weren't, and that's fine. But I think our guys overall, the Marks and the Blakes are just fit in where they're at, and our guys here seem to fit in here.
Definitely do. 200 wins.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
That.
My dad asked me last night how many losses I had. I said, I don't remember any. And he laughed like that. And he goes, no, really, how many? And I had to sit and think, and I had to estimate. I don't know. But, still the point of the game is to win. I was talking to the coach I was talking to on the phone when he got here, and he's like, I thought when I started, it was, I was all about building kids and blah, 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 and making them into better humans. And I'm like, yeah, but when you're a varsity coach, it's still about winning. Winning matters, and you're competing. Winning matters. And I think that's what I'm proudest of, is that I feel like no matter who's been here for the last 16 years, even the year we only won 1 game, I thought our kids competed as best they could. And as long as you do that, like I thought last Wednesday night against Granville, we competed. That was a very competitive basketball game. And the score was competitive.
Yes.
But I guarantee you, if we had won and played Hudsonville on Friday, no matter what the score was, we would have competed. It would have been a competitive basketball. We would not have given up and stopped competing. And that's the one thing I'm proudest of, is that I don't think our kids ever stop competing in a game. And or in a year, and it's what it takes.
It is, and and you say that, and I look at it, and it's a compliment to you and the entire coaching staff here at Coopersville. You all have that same mantra is, we don't stop competing until the clock says 0-0 on it, or and it's one of the differences I see in the schools that I've been to. This seems to be ingrained in this group here.
Well, I'm blessed. We have Coach Hennon, maybe the most competitive person I know. Coach Smith, if he's not number one, Coach Smith is, JV coach. And Coach Sietsma is right up there. Coach Sietsma, if you played basketball against him, you would find out how competitive
he is. Yeah.
And but also they all understand what it takes, and we all believe in the same thing. And it's not me telling them what to believe. It's the fact that we've been lucky. Doug and I have known each other for years and years and years. And then John, Coach Smith, coming here the year after Coach Hennon came here, and just kind of, lucking into this guy who loves what he's doing, loves where he's at, and just tries to get his kids to be the best they can be at both levels. Nick being an assistant, John being the JV coach, is, priceless. I mean, two of my best friends in the world now. Which sounds funny when I'm 20 years older than them and I could be their dad. But at the same time, when you have a lot of shared experiences together, that's what happens.
Next, let's take a look forward to next year.
Well, I just heard today, a parent walked into the middle school and said, "Hey, congratulations." And I thought it was congratulations on your retirement. I go, "You know something I don't know?"
Yeah,
She goes, "No, I heard that you're retiring." I'm like, unless, somebody's telling me I have to retire, it's not happening.
I was going to say, not yet. We got
No. We got open gym tonight, actually.
We got a lot more years to go yet, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
You and I.
That was really funny. I just thought I'd bring that up.
That is good.
I had to tell her, apologize to her, and say, sorry, I'm going to be here next year. But in all seriousness, next year we have 9 juniors on the varsity. Had a solid JV team. Had a very solid freshman group. Kids that can play. A deep group, long, lanky kids that would look really good in a Class A district in a few years. We'll see. I think every year's different, and you never know. You never know what you're going to have to find. Like this year, we had to find ourselves, and even though we had quite a few kids that had played a lot returning, you still had to find yourself and who everybody is, and we'll have to do it again next year. One of the fun things about coaching is doing that. It's building your team and seeing how good they can be.
It really is. Coach, thanks again. Appreciate it. Like I said, thank you for letting me inside your world. It's a lot of fun to see, and it's a whole different perspective. And that's one of the things I've been blessed with all you coaches to let me inside of here to do this. And it's a lot of fun. Like I said, we were hoping that we'd still be playing now, but we do this every year. We know how far we go, and that's it. And we look forward to
only
next
4
season.
teams end with a win.
Yep, that's it. 4
and
teams.
In the history of Coopersville basketball, we never have. So maybe someday.
Someday we'll get there.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it.
Scott.